The given information for this free body diagram is the body is 12 kilograms. This allows me to get force due to weight, which is mass times acceleration due to gravity. So force weight equals 12 kilograms times acceleration due to gravity, which is negative 9.8. Force weight equals negative, 117.6 newtons. Because the body is not accelerating towards the center of the Earth, I get positive 117.6 newtons going in the other direction. That means that the forces in the y-axis are in equilibrium. Forces in the x-axis are not in equilibrium. My net force is not zero, but I can use force equals mass times acceleration to figure out what the net force is in the x-axis, which I denote in red. So I take 12.0 and I multiply by the acceleration which is given to us of 7 meters per second squared, giving me a resultant net force of 84.0 newtons. Now I also know that net forces is all the forces to the left plus all the forces to the right. So I'm going to replace force net with 84. I do know what the forces to the left are. Those are negative 16 newtons. But I don't know what the forces to the right are. In order to get that force all by itself, I'll add 16 newtons to the right and I'll add 16 newtons to the left. When I do the math, I find that the forces to the right equals 100 newtons. This is one bit of information to answer my questions, and I can kind of update my free body diagram a little bit. Given this information, I can go use the physics is fun formula, which is force of friction kinetic equals mu kinetic times force normal, in order to solve for mu kinetic. Force of friction kinetic is negative 16 newtons. And denote this in red because it's the x-axis. Mu kinetic, it doesn't have an axis, so I put it in black. And force normal is positive 117.6 newtons. I divide the right side by 117.6 newtons. I divide the left by 117.6 newtons, leaving me with mu kinetic. Now, mu kinetic cannot be a negative number, so I kind of ignore the negative, but when I do the math, I get 0.13605. When I make that pretty for phase class, that's going to be 0.14. Circle it, and I'm done.